How you doing?
I'm good, I'm good.
Tell everybody your name.
I'm Dazaree.
What do you do?
I
Like,
am.
what kind of work you do? Don't tell us where you work.
Okay.
But like, what kind of work
They
you
gonna come
do?
looking for me. I'm a loan officer full time. So I do loans of all sorts,
Okay.
from car loans, personal loans, basically anything but mortgages.
Okay. How did you get into that?
I kind of stumbled across it, honestly. For my last job, I was just looking for a different career path, and I applied for, this position, and they offered it to me, and I almost passed it up because it wasn't enough money, but I ended up taking it. And I've been there for 3 years now. So.
How many promotions you had in the last 3 years?
No. I was just talking to my manager about that because I've never worked a job where I'm just like in the same position for so long.
Right.
I mean, the money increased, of course, but like just same position, I get bored fast. So I'm trying to figure out what's next.
So y'all pretty much do the same thing every day.
Same thing every day.
So you
Opening
don't like
accounts,
that?
doing loans, yeah.
You don't like that?
I mean, I like it, but it's just boring. After you've done this for so long, you just get bored with it. Same people come to the bank all the time.
So you're just used to the routine, you mastered it.
Exactly. Yep.
That's why you need that promotion.
Exactly. Yep. Definitely.
What was you doing before the bank?
Property management. I did property management for 5 years, and I actually still kind of dibble into property management.
So you mixing them together?
Not really mixing it together. Like I have my full-time job doing loans, and then like I started my own company, Serenity Ventures, where I do like my own property management stuff.
Oh,
So-
that's nice. Say that again. Say the name.
Serenity Ventures.
All right.
Serenity's Unlimited Ventures. Yeah.
Okay. You got an Instagram stuff for that?
There's a Facebook page, but it ain't too much traction on there right now.
Yeah, we gotta turn that up.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
What made you start that?
Because when I worked at the prior company, like I said, I was there for 5 years. I started there as a receptionist and then kind of worked my way up to general manager.
Okay.
And then as general manager, I kind of got inside scoop from the direct owners and why they ran their operation the way they ran it. And I didn't like it. So I'm like, I could do this. Like, I'm running y'all whole company. Like, I can do this myself.
Pretty much.
But provide, the same services with different values and different morals.
Okay.
So that's why I opened or started Serenity Ventures. And we're gonna get it off the ground for sure.
Yes, we will.
For sure. Yeah.
If you can talk to your the boss of your first job, what would you say to them right now?
I really ain't got too much to say to them. Like, I feel like I kind of cleared the air before I left.
You said no.
Yeah, I got called social workers and all kind of stuff. So I kind of gave it to them before I left.
Wow.
And I told them I'm coming.
How did you deal with that? Like departing from that job?
I ain't gonna lie, it was tough because I was making the most money I have ever made in my life, and it was more so a decision on my integrity and how I felt at the end of the day.
Right.
So, I mean, it was tough to let it go. I had to, redo some stuff, rebudget, downsize. Well, no, I can't even say I downsized because I actually ended up buying a house after that. I don't know. It was different to uproot and to go into another career, but I feel like I gained the knowledge that I'm happy I worked there because now I'm so knowledgeable about that whole process of
You went to
renting
school?
and stuff.
College?
Yeah, I have a associates in human resources, and then
Really?
I'm in real estate, kind of. I need to finish those classes too, but yeah.
So, you say they challenged integrity. Can you give more details about that?
What I without being too detailed, just like their way of doing stuff, I felt was unethical and just like not a good way of handling people. And so my approach, and was more so like, if this is broke, fix it. If this is an issue, like, what can we do to fix the issue?
So,
because
like, how did you go about like expressing that at work?
Well, I was general manager, so I was just making calls. So it was what it was. Like, I was, if I felt like it needed to be done, I was in position to do it. But it was like the backlash that I was receiving for making those calls. It was just like, well, why'd you do this? Like, So
you felt you was making good moves for the company?
Absolutely, and for the people.
And they questioned every move.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
A little bit too much disrespect in it.
No, for real. It's like this little black girl with all this power. But hey, y'all put me in that position, so y'all clearly trusted me, but I don't know. Maybe I was giving a little too much, but to me it made sense, because if I put myself in their position, and if I was in their position, this is what I would expect to be done.
How old were you dealing with that?
This was job? 3 years ago, so about 33. Yeah, so between 32 and 33.
From that job, no, let me say this. How would you educate a younger version of you dealing with something similar, like right now, in today's society?
Like, definitely stand up for what you believe in. I feel like I did do that. Just be like, cause I'm a shy person naturally, but like just being more vocal, and maybe not running away from the situation, but try to stick it out. Like, I feel like maybe I should have let them fire me or let me go if that's what they wanted to do, instead of me removing myself from the situation. But yeah, just, I don't know, I guess I would say, like, see it through to the end, and just do what you can to make a difference.
You glad you left?
Kinda. I'm almost back to where I need to be, but I'm happy I left because I do like whatever. I do like my job. I do like my job because, like, we weren't raised to, like, know about credit and stuff like that. So I would say, like, in my past 3 years, like, I've learned a lot about raising my credit, how to position myself to be approved for different loans and stuff like that. So, I mean, I am mad I left because, like I said, I can do it on my own.
Right.
I just gotta build myself up and get the capital in order to get it running.
Yeah. Seems like you're on your way.
I'm trying.
You mentioned you basically wasn't raised like that. Like, you raised with both of parents? Kinda.
That's funny. So I was raised, I don't want to say with both parents, because although my dad he lived in the same household with me, he wasn't present. That's just what it is. He lived in the same house, but he just wasn't present. I mean, my whole situation was just weird, honestly. I wasn't even raised by my birth mom, so that's a whole nother situation. But I mean, I guess it was cool because that's all I knew. I wasn't being treated different or anything, so I know who my daddy is. I knew who he was growing up, but it just wasn't visibly there all the time.
So what was that like? How did you handle that from, like, as a child?
Well,
now that you know what's what.
I'm a very, like, nonchalant person. Like, I don't really dwell too much on certain stuff. Like, it's just like it is what it is. Like, stuff like that doesn't affect me, I don't believe. Well, at least I don't think so. But, like, even with the whole not growing up with my birth mom and now knowing who my birth mother is, it's just like, oh, okay, that's what happened. Okay. Like, I don't, like, hold it against nobody. I don't blame nobody, point the finger at nobody. I'm more so of a person, like, if this is the way it happened, God must have made it happen like this for a reason, and I'm happy with the woman that I am. So, you know, I'm actually almost thankful I wasn't like raised in Chicago, but it is what it is. I just think if I was raised in Chicago, I'd be like this totally different ratchet type chick. I like who I am. I like my personality. I like, you know, the knowledge I've gained.
So you don't feel like Pops being present but not enough affected you? You don't feel like not being raised by your birth mom affected you? Or do you feel like you're very forgiving?
It affected me, yes, because I wouldn't be who I am today, but it doesn't affect me in a way to where I'm like...
It's not negative?
Exactly.
It's like not bittersweet?
Exactly. Like, I ain't mad, like... You know what I'm saying? Like, why, you know what I'm saying? Why you do this to me?
Some people be pissed
I'm not
off.
resentful or nothing. Yeah, I know people who
bad.
like make it a big deal, but for me, it's just like, it is what it is. Like, you know, I feel like everybody we all have our own journeys in life, so we're not always gonna make the right decisions. I'm sure I've made some messed up decisions myself, but you know, I'm a very forgiving person.
Understandable, huh?
Yeah.
Very understandable.
Yeah.
So like, how was the relationship with the brothers and sisters growing up?
Funny. I mean, it was cool. Like they didn't treat me no different. At least my step brothers and sisters, I wasn't treated any different. I felt like a part of them. Like I feel like we all came from the same mama. My biological siblings, I really don't know them. Like, kind of is what it is. I don't really know too much about any of my biological siblings.
When you found out you had some?
Yeah, and some of them, they would like, you know, appear here and there in the house or whatever. There's a couple of them that I, you know, still talk to this day that kind of like I saw at different parts of my life. But yeah, I really don't have any like tight relationships with any of my biological sisters and brothers. Yeah, I'm more close to my stepbrothers and sister.
I mean,
that's, you know,
family is.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
For real. How do some of them feel about like how you came up? The ones you're close with and then know.
How do they feel about what?
Like how, like your situation, like with mom.
Oh.
And stuff like
how
that.
I was raised?
Yeah.
They really don't.
Y'all never had them conversations before?
Yeah, I don't feel like they feel no way about it. They kind of like me, like, you know, you my sister. Like,
Right.
It is what it is. Like, blood couldn't make us any more related. But yeah, I don't know. And I feel like because I have grown up different, like, I'm not really close to nobody no more. I kind of like in my own world, like around my own people. But I still reach out to everybody when I think about them, or I try to go to family events or whatever if I'm invited. Because when I grew up, I spent so much time like away from everybody.
A loner?
Huh?
You a loner?
I am. Well, I used to be.